Today I had the privilege of having Phil Daru as our guest to take me through an MMA workout. Phil is a retired fighter with an impressive resume of accomplishments. Phil's workouts typically last up to 2 hours, but today we spent almost 6 hours moving and grooving. I wouldn't have finished it if it wasn't for this video sponsor, Element. Element is a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix that delivers a meaningful dose of electrolytes free of sugar, artificial flavors, and other dodgy ingredients. I use Element every day. It's the first thing that goes into my body in the morning. The more I train, the more Element I drink. I trained a lot today, so a lot of Element I did indeed drink. I highly recommend the Insider Bundle, which can last you months of hard training. Get a free Element sample pack today with any order when you use my link, drinkelement.com/Jujimufu. The sample pack has one of every flavor, so you can try them all out. If you give it a try and don't like it, it's risk-free. Give it away to a salty friend, and Element will give you your money back, no questions asked. That's drinkelement.com/Jujimufu, or click the link below to get a free sample pack with any order today. Today I'm training like a fighter with Coach Phil Daru.
It's the first video?
This is the first video of 2024 for me.
I'm honored. You gotta do the whole Elliot Holt. Bioenergetics, man. You gotta breathe through your balls.
You gotta breathe into your balls.
The first thing we like to do is get your body prepared to do the work, right? A dynamic warm-up. We're talking about building up your ability to have better range of motion.
Okay.
Increase activation of all your muscles, right? And then from there, we're gonna start to potentiate into the movements that we're gonna do in the weight room. First thing we're gonna do is what we call the breath of fire. Right? So breath of fire is gonna be nasal breathing only. You're gonna breathe in 1 second, out 1 second. Only
Oh,
through
this
the
is
nose.
fast.
We're gonna do this for 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
And what this is gonna do is just stimulate the central nervous system. You're gonna breathe into your low back, right?
Okay, yeah.
2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. And keep it going. He's increasing nitric oxide when he breathes through his nose. That's gonna help with obviously vasodilation, to help with blood flow. A forceful exhale now. Blow it out. Blow some snot out. There you go. Exhale, contract those abs, just like you're gonna throw a strike. Feel a little lightheaded, that's all right. Keep going. Big inhale in, and I want you to hold your breath for 3 seconds. Big inhale in, hold, 1, 2, 3, let it out. Good. You should be feeling a little sweaty too as well.
My face started to flush.
Yep.
Started feeling warm, really warm. Like,
We're gonna go ahead and do maximal breath holds, right? It's improving on your ability to cope with air hunger.
okay.
Which is important in a fight because a lot of times if somebody's weighing down on you, or you may be, hard bursts of energy, and psychologically you need to be able to cope with that, but also physiologically as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take a normal breath in, normal breath out, plug your nose up, and we're just gonna walk in paces.
Okay.
The goal is to get above 60 paces. Right?
Oh, dude, okay.
$27.
Yeah.
Try to push it a little bit further. Fight it, fighting it.
Yeah, I think 26.
Keep going, you got more.
That's 31 and a half.
There you go.
That's a trainable capacity?
Yeah.
Like, I can actually get better at that.
Yeah.
How much of that is psychological?
A lot.
Okay.
A
Well,
lot,
I
but
did get
that's
30
important.
there for no reason. I think
Exactly.
you gave
Because
me
I was
a-
like, you gotta get 30. Just like fighting, 90% of it is psychological. So now what we're gonna do is increase our range of motion. So we're gonna do what's called controlled articular rotations, and we're gonna go up the kinetic chain. So we're gonna start on the support system, which is your feet and your ankles. All I want you to do from here is I want you to go ahead and I want you to internally rotate, drive it down into plantar flexion. We're gonna rotate it back out and then dorsiflex it back up, right? And the goal here is to allow for this ankle to rotate without the hip and the knee moving. You guys know that he's very flexible. He has good range of motion. Let's bring it all the way over to the other side. We're gonna make like a U.
Ah.
Push into my hand as much as you can.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Keep hold. Don't let me let off. When I let off, keep that right there.
Okay.
3, come on.
Yeah.
Down. Come on. Do it again. Oh.
Son of a bitch. That's not a warm up. That's a workout, dude.
We did an assessment on him earlier, and what we saw was that he was more externally rotated on this hip. Now we're gonna move on to the knee. With the joint by joint approach, you can look at it like the ankles need to be mobile, the knees need to be stable, the hip needs to be mobile, so on and so forth, all the way up the chain. You still wanna have rotation, especially if you're in a rotated sport. We're gonna flex at the ankle, you're gonna drive up, and then we're gonna rotate out. So now that tibia is gonna turn out to the side. Then you'll bring it down into flexion, and then extend the knee, and then turn it in. All you're doing is rotating that tibia through its range.
Yeah, my shins are done.
Got to do a little bit more work on the shins. Go ahead, I just want you to drive into knee flexion, right? And then full, so don't turn the hip, just come here. You're just gonna come down and then extend. Perfect.
And the other leg's just kind of going to the right.
Yeah, basically. You can even keep that leg straight if you want and just go one leg at a time. But I just want that.
Okay.
That's it. Drive the heel up off the ground. Heel, not the toes. There you go. You're going from ball of the foot to the heel.
Yeah.
Right, so when you drive off.
Oh, I feel it. Yeah. It's not as bad as the shins.
Yeah.
I feel it most right there.
You're gonna pull the knee back. You'll feel the glute turn on too as well. And then I want you to reach with your hand and get rotation in the upper body. Your adductor you should feel your glute.
I feel it. Just holding this position is...
We're gonna reach to me. Good, keep your eyes on it. Perfect. Turn that lat on the outside, so now you're working the posterior and anterior oblique slant. There you go, that shoulder's all big. It's too damn big. See that knee right there in front of you, pull it in to midline. There you go.
You're feeling like you're kind of squeezing the med ball, the adductors are getting in there, but then you're trying to like keep the knee in line, trying to keep this hip. It's just a big balancing isometric contraction that's annoying.
Yeah. What I want you to do now is like same thing that you did on the adductor drawback. I want you to rotate, actually pull this knee back behind you and get the glute on. Inhale first, and as you exhale, you're gonna pull back. Slow, not too much though. See how you're starting to move up?
Yeah.
I need you to come back, and I want you to squeeze this roller.
Okay.
So you're gonna pull it back and squeeze the roller. Squeeze. Good, blow it out. Blow it out as you squeeze. So breathe in, pull. Now blow it out and squeeze. What did I say with the left side?
The left side was
More internally rotated.
more internally rotated,
Yeah.
the other one is more externally
Externally rotated.
rotated.
So
Yeah.
now we worked internal rotation on the externally rotated side.
If you guys are wondering why I'm only doing like one drill on one side and one drill on the other, go to Phil's channel again, check out the video he did where he assessed me.
Push forward to keep the feet where they are.
Okay.
So drive this knee forward. Now we're gonna inhale, pull forward, exhale, externally rotate. Perfect.
It looks like not much is going on, but I feel it, man.
No. Now what we're gonna do is the same thing we did with the ankle, but we're gonna do it with the hip capsule. Glute is on into hip extension. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead, abduct out, hold position. This glute, you should feel that fire up, right? Hold that position. Now from here, without bending this knee, I want you to internally rotate. Good. Keep going. Good. Hold right there. Now hold it up. Hold that position. Perfect. Drive your knee up a little higher. That's it. Good. Good. Glute knee should be on now.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. Extend the quad. Hold that position.
Was that 1 rep?
Yeah, that was one.
You usually take that long on a rep?
I just want, well, sometimes if I feel like you're missing a position,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix you up so that you're not compensating. Because then it's just for nothing at that point. So once you get good at it and you have, obviously the understanding of your body placement and like proprioception, then you can just flow through it. You have the flexibility and you have the body awareness, but it is a new movement for you.
Kind of like training, holding side kicks out.
Yeah. Gaining the range, getting the actual control in those end ranges, not only allows you to have better range of motion, but it also allows you to do action in those range of motion. See what I'm saying? I want you to get this ball just a little bit more under you. There you go. Good. Now, relax the body. And now I want you to go into hip extension here. All right, so I want you to
With the
drive.
base leg?
Yep, this leg here. Yep, hold that position. Now, internally rotate this knee a little bit more. Yeah, hold that position there. Good. Now, just breathe into that position. Inhale and exhale. Good. That glute and the hamstring should be on.
Do you usually count breaths more often than for time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time. When we do these breath or these breathing protocols or whatever we decide to do, it's really to get the body to relax into those positions. Because a lot of times, like you saw, you started to hold your breath, right? And that's going to put you into a highly sympathetic state where you're going to tighten up your body more. And that's not the goal. The goal is to gain more range of motion, right?
Yeah.
So
S guard?
that's guard, yeah.
Okay.
Here, be here, external rotation, internal rotation. Take the U-bell, we're gonna punch it up, overhead. We're gonna rotate over the externally rotated side, bring the elbow down and look up. Good. Down, down. Good. Hold that position. That's it. Good. Hold, hold. Look up at it, look up at it. There you go. I want you to be able to do it without using something. You can wedge once you get there, but don't pull yourself into the position. Okay. Use your muscle to get into that position. There you go. Hold. So we're gonna go dive bomber. Now we're working our way up to the upper body, obviously, right? We did the shoulder stability, T-spine mobility. We're gonna do the same concept. We're also gonna activate and work the serratus anteriors or the puncher's muscles, right?
Yeah.
Drop the hip down, look up, keep the glutes on, come back, get into the push-up position from here, all the way down, and then push-up plus. Where you're gonna push that upper back to the ceiling. Underneath, underneath, underneath. Squeeze the glute, head up. Good, back under. Good, head goes through. Good, push-up position. Down. And then, hold on 1 second. Try to push into my hand. There. Drop the butt down more and push into my hand. There you go. Good. Hips. Down. Punch it up. Now you can step on a bodybuilding stage. Basket. All right, let's start moving now. Come on.
Yeah.
When I do an initial assessment,
Yeah.
we go through this too as well, so that when we get into camp, it's second nature. It's like, all right, go do your controlled articular rotations, go do all your warm-up drills. They may do that before we even start.
Okay.
And then as soon as now the work actually kind of begins, we're going more fast dynamic, slow dynamic, fast dynamic with the base support prep. Heel, down, and then you're gonna go ahead all the way to the toe. So it's gonna be heel, toe, boom. Heel, toe, boom. Take your time. Good, get to me right here on this line. Now we're gonna go heels only. So I want a slight bend in the knee.
Oh, wait a minute. This is kind of like something you do when you don't want to walk in the mud or.
Try not to look so like stiff and shit. Now what we're gonna do is pogo jumps, right? So this is a low-level plyometric point, right? And I want you to land on the ball of the big toe. Yeah, exactly. Good, perfect. We're gonna walk like we're walking in high heels now. See? Doing all pretty stuff. Just got your nails done. Now you're walking in your best high heels, right? Going to the ball. Now we're gonna go pogo jumps with the toes tucked. So here. Good, stay tall, head up. We're gonna go high knees now, high knees. So stay right there. Let's go, get them up. Good. Bring the knees inside, inside, inside. Flex, flex. There you go. Once you go a little bit faster, we're gonna go up a little higher, then a little higher. Quick, 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 quick. Quad extension. Yeah. So you're gonna pull the foot, keep the hand in front.
Come on, man. There.
Oh yeah. Basically kick the heel to the hamstring. Right? The knees aren't gonna go back. Right? Rapid fire. I don't want you doing this. I want you to stay upright. You're just bringing the knee up slightly and kicking the hamstring. Go. Good. Chest up. If your hips aren't stable and you don't have a great suspension system, you can't change direction. So we have to keep our hips underneath us and I have to keep our center of mass appropriate for where we're going. Single leg, RDL. So we're gonna come down, you're gonna punch out, hold position. Then I want you to drive into hip and knee flexion, boom, then stick into the lunge.
Okay.
Good. Pull the knee forward, lunge into it. Good. When you pull that knee forward, I want you to rotate your body. But when you rotate, now you're in a good stable position because you just activated that oblique sling that we talked about. That's it. Stick. There you go. Come back up. Hold. Pull it in. Rotate. And stick.
Falling apart, yeah.
It takes focus, right? A lot of it, when you're an athlete, you have to be cognizant of your movement at all times because you have to be efficient. Otherwise, you're going to waste effort.
So you train this enough to where it's becoming your good movement behavior becomes instinctive so that you don't have to think about it when you're fighting.
Yeah. I want you to take this leg, push it behind like a karaoke step.
Yeah.
You're going to take this elbow, place it into the hip.
Yeah.
And you're going to open up. So we're coming back around. 1, 2, reach. There you go. Elbow in.
Okay.
There you go.
These are all new movement patterns to me, guys. Just put yourself in my position for a second. I have no clue what's going on.
This is like games.
It is.
It's a problem when you focus only on biasing out certain muscles as a bodybuilder would. You forget about movement. You forget about movement strategy. because you're putting yourself in a disadvantageous position to bias out a certain muscle.
Yeah.
So you rarely get to focus on moving synergistically and globally,
Okay.
right? So like there's a lot less flow, right? So you become rigid a lot in your movements. That's why bodybuilding and hypertrophy training from a fighter standpoint, from a dancer standpoint, from a gymnast standpoint may not be, or it's looked down upon because some bodybuilders don't train to move well either. They're
Right.
just trained to build that particular muscle that is weak or that is lagging.
Right.
When you can do both, you can look like you and still move like you. See what I'm saying? But you got to consistently do it
Right.
because otherwise you lose it, right? And drive the knee up, boom, boom, boom,
Oh, I remember this.
right? There you go. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's impressive.
Techno Viking?
That's impressive. Yep. Be a little bit more on the balls of your feet. Let's go sideways. Nice. All right, get more structured, more structured. Okay, so now we're gonna go quick skips. Yep, my arms. Go a little bit more lower amplitude. Just come up and just go, boom. Just skip. Just skip. You're going heel toe.
Yeah.
You never want to heel strike when you're doing these types of high dynamic movements, because that heel strike is going to cause a lot of damage, especially on the shins and the knee. So when I come down, I'm driving, but then I'm loading my ball over my midfoot, really. So I'm coming up, boom, and I'm back to the ball of my foot to my midfoot. What you're doing is you're coming up and you're doing that. And that's a lot of force being brought down on one leg and with really just the hamstring to hold the stability.
Okay.
That's how people tear their hamstring.
Okay. I've never torn one. I don't ever want to tear one. But
Yeah, push in. Think about loading the hip more.
Is that better?
It's much better. When you're looking at like when I'm throwing my punches, right? I gotta internally rotate the back leg if I want to throw my two or my back punch or my straight or my overhand or whatever. If I'm turning my foot, right, and I have a less internal rotation, I'm leaking force because I can't fully rotate. That's why it's important to have both sides as optimal as possible.
Guys, we've been out here the entire month of January. This isn't one afternoon.
Listen, these are like quick. These are 10 yards back done.
Yeah.
So it really only takes us 10 minutes.
Right.
You know, if you're flowing through it.
If you
correctly.
practice them, then it's just like,
It's second nature. Let's go into the weight room.
okay.
Let's get it done.
All right.
All right, you can be flat so you can stabilize yourself, but then I want you to rotate and pivot. Go right through there.
Okay.
So I want you to, instead of looking at it,
Yeah.
you gotta look straight ahead. That's where your opponent is. So I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna crunch a little bit, and then I'm gonna rotate and punch through. Look back down, again. Punch. Good. Switch it.
I kind of like that.
There you go. Fast. Boom, boom. There you go. Do it again. Come on. Go. Nice. Threw yourself into this all off balance.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to, when you go to throw, sink down back into it. I'm gonna catch it, so you don't have to worry about being here. There you go. Good. And back into it. Go. That's it. Come on. Take your time. Take your time.
Go.
Balance. Hold it with both arms. Hold it with both arms. And come down. Go. There you go.
That's way easier.
There you go. There you go. Good.
Okay.
Don't rush. Don't rush. When you go, yes, go.
Right.
But make sure you're in a good position first.
Okay.
With anything, right? Especially in sport, you got to be in a good position before you can do anything.
Gotcha.
In jiu-jitsu, they say it's position before submission. And it's the same thing everywhere. Like, the reason why a lot of people lose their position or they hurt themselves is because they're not in a good position. Power is nothing without control. If you lose your control, you can throw the hardest shot and miss and get caught with another one. Overhead toss.
Overhead toss, yeah.
I'm gonna take a step back. Take a step back here.
Oh,
Drop and go. Yep. Now, underhand. Though.
underhand. Is that all we do?
No, we got 4 sets.
Oh.
Usually, I only have 2 days a week to train the fighters.
Yeah.
So a lot of things have to be crammed into this 1 or 2 days.
Uh-huh.
So we work a form of vertical integration Like I use the conjugate method, but I condensed it. Instead of doing a 4-day split, we do a 2-day split.
Okay.
And I just go, instead of just going only upper, only lower, we do full body, but the upper day might be dynamic effort, the lower body might be max effort. If they're stronger than they are fast, then we're going to be working on more power and speed strength on the 2
where they're
days.
on the speed strength continuum where they kind of like lie and what they need.
How common is it for fighters to only train 2 days with their coach?
It's very common.
Yeah.
Because of all MMA.
Yeah.
Boxing is a little bit different because you don't have to do so much. Jiu-jitsu and judo, same thing. But with MMA, because they have to do so many things throughout the week and throughout the days, it's very hard for them to like get into the weight room and actually, and then on top of that, doing their conditioning too as well. So we do a conditioning session after the weight training session, but it's concurrent training. So the amateurs, we have a little bit more time to develop. You know, we can go through a whole GPP phase and try to build them up. You know, but for the most part, everybody in MMA usually has to be ready at all times.
Okay.
Because they never know when they're really gonna fight. Yeah, good. There you go, good. Yeah, that's it, good, perfect. And a lot of times, like if you come from like a bodybuilding background or even like a wrestling background too, a lot of these guys are so used to getting a lot of volume in, a lot of time under tension, a lot of isometric like holds and stuff like that. So if they don't feel tired, they don't feel like a huge lactic buildup, they feel like they're not doing much. But that's not the goal for this particular portion of the workout. The workout now is all about explosivity, right? Being explosive and being able to repeat that, but give you enough time to recover so that you can still maintain that percent of intensity. Honestly, it's like 75 minutes tops, for our workouts, including the warm-up.
Well, with trying to teach someone.
Yeah, well, teaching is different. Like, I would implement each individual movement incrementally over time.
Yeah. So we're not even halfway. We're about right here, guys.
He's kidding. This is something else.
Yes.
So this one's just gonna be Zercher Anderson split squat. We're gonna go ahead 4x1 each side. What we found was that when you let your hands go and you create a radiation, you're gonna get more upper back and upper body just activation in general.
Okay.
So, and this also simulates more of a double unders position in grappling. So as you're coming up, you're trying to yoke that bar up just like you would with a person. There you go. Now. Good.
Keep going. Yeah.
Good. Now. Take your time.
Actually, it's pretty hard off the pins.
You have no momentum out of the hole.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're starting from a static position. If you're looking for more accelerated overall strength, starting from a static position to a dynamic is important if you lack that. Come on, up. There you go, back down. Switch your feet, you're good. Get set. Get up. Down. Get your hips in there. You should be here. Boom. Get up, hips. There you go, back down. Good. Let's go. Drop, hips. There you go, down. What's really impressive is that I have him in a split stance. So a lot of that weight is only distributed really on the front leg.
Yeah, I feel it.
You have to strain, right? If you can't strain, you're gonna dump it or you're just gonna bail. Right. So that allows you, one, for athletes, for me, those guys need to learn how to strain. They're so used to going so fast that they lack that. And that's a weak link. That's a limiter, in my opinion, especially if you're doing things like if you're grappling and things of that nature. You need to be able to strain and be able to take your time, at least, going through that tension. Those elbows up. Oh, good. Get in a better position next time. Get underneath it more. Yep, there you go. Oh, here. That's it. Better. Down. Nice.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
We're gonna go super slow. We're gonna do 15.
Oh, God.
All right, bring it down. Now, drive your legs underneath that pad. Use your abs. Good. You should feel your lower abs.
Yeah.
Good. Now, extend and squeeze the glutes. Hold right there. Good. Back down. Do it again. Good. Turn the feet in and pull your toes together. There you go. Back down. Go again. Good. And pull your lats tight. There you go. That's it. Yep. Elbows into the pad. Go. Squeeze. Come on. Good. One more. Open. There you go. Now go. Squeeze. Now.
I gotta pee. Real bad.
Come down, control. Let's go 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, drive. Good. Down. 3, 2, 1, drive. Good. You focus on that adductor to give me more big toe pressure. There you go. Push the ball to the big toe. You got it. Sink back into the hip. Go. Drive. That's it. Inhale. So you go. And then you hum it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll calm down your breathing. It'll calm down your heart rate. So it's a 2 inhale. And then you hum it out. Let's go. Down. 2. Go. Good. Drive the knee over a little bit more. That's it. That's it. That's it. Drive. Good. Alright. That's tight. Keep driving. Hamstring, calf, smash it. Go.
Sorry, I'm pretty tired, man.
You're good. You're good. We're gonna come here. You're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. There you go. Good.
Oh, I see. This is more interesting.
Now let's go up top. I want you to grab the bar. We're gonna go chin up position. Right there, right there. Hold it right there. Now, bring that knee up. Hold position. Good. Hold and switch. Hold, switch. Switch. Good. Right here. Relax. Just like I'm pulling down like a Muay Thai clinch. You ever seen a Muay Thai clinch? Pulling down and I'm using my hip flexor. So everything, your entire anterior chain is being worked. 3. Come on. 4. Come on. Keep going. 5. Come on, pull it up, pull that knee up, pull that knee up. Good, come on. One more, go ahead. Right there, relax.
Okay.
Straighten that arm up. Go. Bend your knee. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Bring it to midline, chest. Yep, bring it to your sternum. Go. Good. Go.
Make 2 sets is good.
It's good.
Okay.
Good job. A lot of work done in the day.
Finally finished it. It only took all day long, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We're not done.
We got here, right?
No. You got this whole thing you gotta do. Let's go.
Juji?